Lindelof taking a bloody penalty. That's the mistake we made in '96 with Southgate. Oh, I feel like taking one. Sit down, you're a bloody centre-back. There's a reason. Why is Lindelof taking a fucking penalty? Absolute amateurs. Garnacho didn't want to take one. Well, now we know, don't we? Garnacho didn't want to take a fucking penalty. So basically, he's either not wanted Garnacho to take one or Garnacho's not wanted to take one. We go to penalties and we basically choose vibes over technicality. You don't play for 2 hours and waste everybody's fucking time to get a centre-back who's barely played this season going, I'll take one, gaffer. I'll take one. You know, no. This is like our whole season in a moment. We need European football. We need European football. And we're going, I'll take one, gaffer, FC. Oh, I've kicked a ball before. I'll do it. You have Bruno Fernandes, Dalot, Casemiro, Lindelof, and Xerxes as your penalty shootout takers. Where is people like Garnacho and Obi? I don't care if they miss. I don't care if they miss. Xerxes and Lindelof missed. But they are technically gifted attackers who know how to strike a ball. And Lindelof's penalty was absolutely shit. And I don't care if he scored penalties before. He's been injured for most of the season and was pretty shit when he played the game today. I don't get why, oh, I'll take one, is taking one. Why we played for 2 hours, we get into a penalty shootout and we're basically sending players up to hit the ball hard. We've got technical players out there. And if Amorim's gone with experience, it's on the manager. If young players don't fancy it, that's a shame. But I don't think that penalty selection was good. This football club not being in Europe and finishing in the bottom half of the table is scandalous. It's absolutely scandalous. And yet we're sat here staring into that, hoping that we can do something in Europe. And I don't see how. There is no width in that team. There is no speed in that team. There is no confidence in that team. There is no identity to that team. It is a bunch of players running around not knowing what the other player's going to do. How many times, like even in extra time when Xerxes gets it and he turns that way and Bruno's like, we're here, we're on the other side. You're telling me on the pitch they're not shouting at him. We're on this side. Nobody knows where anybody is. That's why they all take so many touches. Look at the goal. If I'm Ruben Amorim, look at the goal, right? All game, Dalot gets the ball on the left-hand side because Fulham don't care about him. They're like, let him have the ball. Ball goes out to Dalot. First time cross, we score a goal. But they don't want to do that. We now can't win the FA Cup. We can't play in the Europa League next year. We won't get up the league table and there is no other pathway into the Europa League. Because if we win the Europa League, you're in the Champions League. So it's Champions League or bust for Manchester United. It's Europa League or bust. That is it. There is no rescue by finishing in the top 7 in the league, and there is no FA Cup like what Ten Hag got last year. We have no chance of doing anything domestically now. We are absolutely done. So it's Europa League or nothing. Now, do you think we're good enough to win the Europa League? There is no room for error across 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 7 games. There is no room for error at all. If we don't win the Europa League and we don't get in the Champions League, Man United have got no European football next year. That is tens of millions of pounds of lost revenue. Tens of millions of pounds. We may even have sponsors that don't pay us as much because we're not in Europe.